Alright, so the DLC is like right around the corner. I think it's like in 10 days from now. I'm not gonna check that. Just take my word for it. But I have pretty much been tapering my build and all that good stuff just to be prepared for it. And I think a good preface is my character is a Journey 3 guy. New game plus 2, I think it's called. Weird alignment with the numbers, but Journey 3. I'm on Journey 3. I think that most guys would probably recommend you go ahead and do it at make a new game and kind of chill off that. But to be honest with you, I'm not doing all that. I thought it would just be best for me to just go on ahead and freaking whatever the word is, just literally just continue with my day one guy. You're looking at him right now. This is the guy that I spent almost 300 hours in the game with. This is literally like my day one homie. This is the guy I beat the game with. This is straight up, I decided I'm just, instead of going on ahead and making a new character and grinding that out for like 100 hours, I'm just go in and just triple down on my character and make him as strong as possible. Does that not make sense? Oh yeah, and we got this guy right here. It's a pretty chill guy. I like his music. I'm gonna sit down right here for a little bit. I am too lazy to do like B-roll like Rusty or anything, so this is gonna kind of be the pose for now. So I think the natural consensus is the DLC is going to be like end game scaling, but even more. So it does legit, like logically, yeah, go on ahead and make a new character if you want like the easiest time. I think, I don't know. Me personally, when I beat the game, I beat it with around 150 hours. That was the first time I beat it. My second run was about 100 hours, and now I'm on my third run. It was on my second run that when I started my second run is when the news for DLC pretty much became a reality. And from there, it was kind of just like, yeah, we could probably like, you know, even one of my little partners was like, why not just go on ahead and like just max out, do all you can, level up as much as you want with this second run through. And it's probably not a good idea to go to your third journey. But I was kind of siding with it, but at the same time I got like bored. And then, you know, from that you could be like, oh, go ahead and start a new journey, but I didn't want to do that. The runes that they give you like over the journeys get a little bit higher and higher. Like Journey 2, they gave you more runes. It was noticeable, but it was not really that much. So I decided, hey, I want to make my character really strong, grind his out, like his level, and make him as strong as possible. So I'm just literally going ahead to Journey 3 and do that. You know, just go ahead and Journey 3, grind out a whole bunch of stuff. And from there, like, you know, the grinding place at like this place, Magwin's Palace, this place right here, grinding here was so much easier on Journey 3 because of the nice increase of runes you get. Even it's significantly more, not like horribly more, but it's just enough more to be able to do the most beautiful thing I've ever done in this game. And you won't believe it. It's gonna really knock your socks off. I was able to level everything up to 69. Almost 300 hours into the game. After enough grinding, anything is possible, right? This right here pretty much should tell you that I'm ready for DLC. I don't know what else it will, to be honest. But since we were on the topic of stats, I might as well show you what else I got. I got the little black knife Tish over here, okay? She's a bad bitch that does what I want. That's all I ask her to do. I only really use her when it comes to like gank fights or fights that are like, I can't really describe it. For example, I won't use it in like a Moog type fight because Moog is really cool. But I will use it in like a fire giant or you know, that twin gargoyle fight, or like what's his face, those two godskin apostles, like in those type fights when it's gank or just blatantly stupid, I'm gonna use her. But typically speaking, I kind of go on my own merit. My little physique tier, I think it has what, these things. I kind of change these out. It doesn't really matter as much, to be honest. Whatever just boosts what I'm gonna do is all that matters. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do this little fire one eventually because I do so much fire damage. Speaking of which, that should go on to my build. I have a Vike War Spear build. I like to go on ahead and do fire things with a little bit of Flame Frenzy. Now listen, The like madness proc only really works on player type enemies, which is really fun. I never really went online and like invaded somebody, so I can't really speak on how effective it is. I hear that it's complete and utter cancer to go against, but I'm not really worried about that. I kind of really like the aesthetic and the fire procs that I'm able to rock on this, and it's actually pretty strong, unless it's like Moog where fire does dick. And now to pair with that, I have the fingerprint shield. And now I'm going to be honest with you. People say that the best shield is the brass shield, and for the most part I agree. Overall balance wise, it is the best shield in the game. But when you have stats that say I don't care anymore, I think that this shield is the best shield by far. I don't think that any other shield has much potential as this one does, in my humble opinion. And the way that I help boost that is through my, I forgot what these are called, talismans. I have the Great Shield Talisman. Typically I have typically have things that help out with your health, like for example, like greatly brings up health or anything like that, because most of the game, at least when you go up in those later journeys, or sorry, new game and new game, like new game plus and new game plus 2 or things like that, things just start hitting harder and harder and harder. So I kind of go about it and have, like for example, the Dragon's Crest Great Shield Talisman, just do things to try to help boost physical negation so that I don't have to be honest with you, I have the shield build because I don't want to roll. I don't want to constantly roll, and if I don't roll I get two-shotted. So I got these two little things here to go on ahead and make it so that my shield is more viable, and if I mess up with my shield, because things are still able to break your stamina quite quickly, even up here in these levels, things are able to bring down that stamina quite quickly. I still got better health to lay back on. And this one right here, Model Necklace, is a little bit more of a flex. I typically replace it with other things, but I just wanted something that can help me out with my madness. I don't know if this helps with madness, but there's some characters or some effects that ignore your shield. For example, bleed, or madness, for example, or even like, you know, death blight. All those things kind of ignore your shield. Even though it's slightly reduced, you're still gonna get the effect. And it's like this right here helps with that a bit, I think. Shard of Alexander, I think this is kind of self-explanatory. It helps with the damage that Vike's Warspirit does. I'm going in here with a Chaos Flame build. You already know how it is. I'm pretty much like set. Now, armor-wise, I realized that over time, armor doesn't really do much. You know what? That's a lie. Melania made it so that I don't really think about armor all that much. So I just have something for, well, aesthetics. As you could tell, my apparel is quite nice, in all honesty. I actually put a lot of effort into how my character looks, because I just want an aesthetically pleasing character. Or sorry, someone walked in. Where was I? Yeah, characters, like, or what? Apparel. Typically choose armor for how it looks. So I got this little, I don't know what to call it. It just looks fire. I look like a damn warrior. What can I tell you? I do try to do a little bit with poise. So I got these little greaves here to help out with poise. And my poise is not really one of my biggest things. I could probably go back and do a little bit more with poise. But really, I just kind of put the armor on for aesthetics, because no matter how much poise you have, things are typically going to be able to knock you out of it, and it's going to surprise the hell out you regardless. Of course, with some more of the preparation, I went ahead and took out most of the important bosses. I'm hoping that something with the DLC will make it so that I could do something with the ending. I haven't like gone ahead and like beaten this journey just yet, because, well, I don't know. I feel like there may be something that is hinting that this guy Mikola, I feel like the game is hinting that something in regards to him is going to make it so that he can do something more. So I'm kind of just like betting and hoping that maybe he'll be able to help me, I don't know, maybe get an ending that I like a little better. Right now I've always done the Ronnie ending, and every other ending is just blatantly horrible in some sort of way. At least in my humble opinion. So maybe he'll be able to help out with something, or maybe he'll even be able to tie in ends, like, you know, loose ends with like Melania or things like that. Maybe give it the better ending for her as well. But in all honesty, I've just been going about this world, grinding up my levels. I don't think I'm gonna level up anymore, because this is just the perfect level. 473, 69 all around is just the way to live, baby. But honestly, I'm just kind of just sitting here and just waiting, because every boss that I've gone against has pretty much gotten their butt kicked, except Mob. This guy is hard. So because there's characters that have like resistance to flame, and when it comes to that, I'll probably have to change up my weapon. But I hear the DLC has a lot of weapons that I can try out, and since my stats are so high, I can pretty much just do whatever. Now, in regards to that, I'm probably going to go ahead and record it. I'm hoping I'll be able to record it. The only reason I didn't record like Eldenring is because, bro, like you have to beat that a few times to actually be able to like make a good little playthrough through it, because there's so much. You're talking hundreds of hours to go ahead and record. You know what I mean? It's like it's not really realistic to go and do that. But since it's a DLC of hopefully smaller nature, then you're pretty much just straight. So, yeah. Next time you see me, or next time you see this character, next time you see me in Elden Ring, I'm gonna be touching the hand of Mikola and going on ahead. Ooh, I look crazy. And going on ahead to, well, beat the DLC. I am prepared for the DLC. Peace.